Hi, this is Ravi Verma, and in this video, I'm going to discuss about NCERT solutions of chapter number 3rd. The title of this chapter is Synthetic Fibers and Plastics. This is for class 8th from the NCERT textbook of science. So, let us start with the first question. The first question is explain why some fibers are called synthetic fibers. So, dear students, some fibers which are made by human beings using raw materials of petroleum origin. Such fibers are not obtained from plants and animals. This is why these fibers are called synthetic or man made fibers. So, it is clear that these are produced by human beings and using the raw materials which are not obtained from plants and animals, but the raw materials of petroleum origin, right? So, such fibers are called synthetic fibers. And the fibers which are obtained from plants and animals, they are called natural fibers. For example, jute, cotton, silk, right? Now, what is a synthetic fiber? We know that synthetic fiber is a polymer. What is a polymer? A polymer is a long chain of small units joined together. Each such small unit is called monomer, which is a chemical substance. So many monomers join together to make a very large unit that is called polymer, which is chain like substance. Okay, so every synthetic fiber is a polymer. Now, the second question, choose the correct answer. Rayon is different from synthetic fibers because we know, dear students, that rayon is just artificial silk, right? And it is produced from the treatment of wood pulp. But wood pulp is not is actually obtained from plants. Okay, so the raw material of rayon is obtained from plants, but for synthetic fibers, the raw material is petroleum. In this way, rayon is different from synthetic fibers. So, what we can say that the option number B is correct. First option is it has silk like appearance. This is not the difference, but it is obtained from wood pulp. This is why it is different from synthetic fibers, because for synthetic fibers the raw material is of petroleum origin. Okay, next, the third question, fill in the blanks with appropriate words. Okay, so I have already filled them here. Synthetic fibers are also called artificial fibers or man-made fibers. In the same way, synthetic fibers are synthesized from raw material called petrochemicals, we have discussed. In the same way, the C, like synthetic fibers, plastics are also polymers. So synthetic fibers and plastics both are polymers. Next, give some examples which indicate that nylon fibers are very strong. We know that many articles, distance, many articles are made by nylon, and these articles are very strong. These articles are very strong. So this is why these articles show that the nylon fibers are very strong. For example, we use such articles like ropes and tents, toothbrushes, car seat belts, sleeping bags, curtains. These all articles are very strong. Why? Because they are made by fibers of nylon, which are very strong themselves. So this indicates that nylon are very strong fibers. And not only this, you know that fishing nets, tire cords, and rackets, which are sport accessories, these are also produced by nylon, and these all things are very strong. And the most important examples which indicate that nylon is very strong fiber is that even parachutes and ropes for rock climbing are made by nylon. So these are a few examples which indicate that nylon is very strong. This is why the ropes, parachutes, tents, these all are produced or made by, manufactured by the nylon. Okay, next question, explain why plastic containers are favorable for storing food. Yes, students, we know that plastics are very non-reactive in nature. They are non-corrosive in nature. They do not undergo corrosion when they come in contact with water and air, and they do not react with chemicals they do not react with the components of food. So what is the answer? The answer is here. This is because they are very lightweight, and that's why we prefer storing food in plastic containers, because they're lightweight, they have lower price, means they are cheaper, they have good strength, and they are easy to handle, and most importantly they are non-reactive in nature. That is, they do not react with components of food, air and water, so they do not spoil food and they do not undergo corrosion. So this is the whole answer. Next, explain the difference between thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Okay, so look at the first difference. Thermosetting plastics cannot be bent easily, and they will break if we try to, or if we attempt to bend them forcefully, right? So thermosetting plastics are those plastics which do not bend easily, they are very stiff in nature, right? And the examples are like electrical switches are made up of thermosetting plastics. In the same way, thermoplastics can be bent easily. Another difference, let us look at another difference. Thermosetting plastics do not melt or soften or get deformed on heating. This is the reason that they cannot be reshaped once it is molded. So examples are bakelite and melamine. We know that thermosetting plastics are those plastics which once set or once molded, they cannot be remolded, they cannot be molten by heating. But what about thermoplastics like PVC and polythene? They can be softened or melt on heating, and this is why they can be molded and reshaped again and again. So this is the difference between thermosetting plastic and thermoplastics. Okay, next, explain why following are made of thermosetting plastics: saucepan handles, electric plugs, switches, plug boards. So let's understand about why the saucepan handles are made up of thermosetting plastics. We know that uh, thermosetting plastics are used for making saucepan handles because they are bad conductors of heat, and also on heating these plastics do not get softened or melt. So you know, the saucepan or cooker, even we can talk about like cooker, saucepans, these are, when they are used, they get heat up very up to a very high temperature. So if the handles are made up of thermoplastic, they will melt. So that's why they are made by thermosetting plastics, because thermosetting plastics are bad conductor of heat and they do not melt on heating. Okay, so the handles should be made up of thermosetting plastics which should not melt on heating, okay, and which should not conduct the heat to the handle. Okay, next, uh, electrical plugs, switches and plug boards, these all are made up of a plastic known as bakelite. It is a kind of thermosetting plastic which is bad conductor of heat and electricity, and because of this property it is used for making electric plug, switches and plug boards. Okay, next, answer number 8. Categorize the materials into can be recycled and cannot be recycled. Okay, so this is a list, means there is a there is a large bunch of articles, and you have to categorize them into which article can be recycled and which cannot be recycled. For example, plastic chairs can be recycled because they can be molten and they can be reshaped. In the same way, plastic bowls can be recycled, plastic toys can be recycled, plastic coverings on the electric wires, they can be recycled, carry bags, they can be recycled, ballpoint pens, yes, they also can be recycled. But cooker handles, they are made up of thermosetting plastic. Electrical switches, they are made up of thermosetting plastics, and telephones, they are made of thermosetting plastics. So these cannot be recycled because they are made up of thermosetting plastics. But these all are made up of thermoplastics. So the articles generally which are made up of thermoplastics, they are recyclable because they can be molten again and reshaped again, right? But but the thermosetting plastic items cannot be reshaped or cannot be remolded. Okay, next, Rana wants to buy shirts for summer. should he buy cotton shirts or shirts made of synthetic material? Advise Rana, giving your reason. So, dear students, uh, what is the right answer? That Rana should buy a cotton shirt, not a synthetic shirt for summers. Why? Because cotton is a very good absorber of water. So it absorbs sweat coming out of the body and exposes it to the environment. Okay. So when Rana will wear a cotton shirt, the sweat that is coming out of the body will be absorbed by the cotton shirt, and then that sweat will come to the outer surface of the shirt and will get exposed to the air. Okay, so when the sweat will be exposed to the air, it will evaporate from the shirt. Okay, so during the process of evaporation, the sweat absorbs heat from the body, and this is why it causes cooling. So what we can say, that Rana should buy a cotton shirt because cotton absorbs sweat, exposes it to the atmosphere, and when the sweat evaporates, it causes cooling of the body. Okay, next, give examples to show that plastics are non-corrosive in nature. There are many examples. For example, we use a large number of chemicals. We see that a large number of chemicals are stored in plastic containers. For example, many chemicals like shampoos, vinegars, syrups, disinfectants, right, and Savlon, medicines, a number of chemicals are stored in plastic containers, yet the plastic does not react with them. This shows that plastic is non-reactive in nature. Another example, the plastic buckets we use, the mugs we used, they do not get rusted even after long exposure of water and air. So these examples show that plastics are non corrosive or non reactive in nature. Okay, so we use plastic buckets, right? Then they do not get corrosion. Okay, next, should the handles and bristles of toothbrush be made of the same material? Explain your answer. So what is written here? The handle, the bristles of toothbrush. Okay, you can easily think of the answer of this question. Means obviously the bristles of the toothbrush and the handle should not be made up of the same material. Okay, because bristles should be very soft and the handle should be a little bit hard. It should not be so much soft. So what is written here? The handle and the brush of the toothbrush should not be made of the same material, as the handle of the toothbrush should be hard and strong, while the bristles should be soft and flexible. Okay, question number 12, avoid plastics as far as possible. Comment on this. So dear students, as you know that plastics are the major cause of pollution. So because they are the major cause of pollution, environmental pollution, that's why we should avoid plastics. What are the other harms? For example, you know that the plastics are non biodegradable, so when they are left in grounds, they cause soil pollution. In the same way, they cause death of the animals. If animals swallow them, they choke their respiratory system or their stomach or intestine. So the animals get killed when animals eat something from the garbage. Okay, they may swallow some plastics like polythenes and other plastic articles, and this may lead to their death. Another thing is that they choke the drainage systems in our colonies, and because of this there is an overflow of dirty sewage water, and this creates a very unhygienic situation, and may spread a number of foodborne and waterborne diseases. Okay, and not only this, you know that the mosquitoes may also get settled in that water. They may breed there, and they spread their dengue and malaria also. Okay, now the question number 13, match the terms of column A correctly with the phrases given in column B. So first, polyester, right? The right answers are written here. you can check, you take your NCERT book and you can write these answers. Polyester, it is the fabric that does not wrinkle. This is the property of polyester. In the same way, we have discussed in the previous videos, that Teflon is a type of thermosetting plastic, and that makes a non-stick covering on the non-stick cookwares. In the same way, rayon, it is made from wood pulp and nylon used for making parachutes and stockings. Okay, next, manufacturing synthetic fibers is actually helping conservation of forest. Comment. So how manufacturing of synthetic fibers is helping us in conservation of forest? This is the question. The answer is that we know that that natural fibers like jute and cotton are prepared by cutting down the trees of plants of jute and cotton. Okay, similarly there are other natural fibers which are obtained from plants and animals. Okay, so some other plant and animal fibers require trees and animals. Okay, so but if we talk about synthetic fibers, then this is not the case with synthetic fibers. For manufacture of synthetic fibers, we don't need to cut trees, and in this way manufacturing of synthetic fibers is helpful in conservation of forests. So if we want to produce synthetic fibers, we need not to cut the trees, we need not to kill the animals, and in this way we are conserving the plants. Okay, we are conserving the forest also. Okay, but means there are both sides of the synthetic fibers and plastics, we know. Means they may if we talk about plastics, they are causing pollution. Okay, and if we talk about synthetic fibers, they do not cause pollution, but they help in conservation of forests. So this is all about the NCERT solutions. Dear students, you can take the screenshots or you can pause the video and you can note the answers, question and answers as it is. And these question answers have been prepared by me, and they will be very much helpful for you in understanding. These questions will be very much helpful to you in understanding some key points of the chapter. Thank you for watching this video, and uh, wait for the next video for the next chapter. Thank you.